The big turnaround that Coach Josh Heupel, as well as staff there at Tennessee, is trying to do is make sure that they land all the top players in Tennessee. And so far in the last 2 years of his classes, last year he got the top 2 players, and this year he landed the top 2 players so far. He got Caleb Beasley last year, and they just got a commitment last night from Boo Carter, athlete out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. We've got to talk about how much of an athlete he really is and what the Tennessee Volunteers are trying to do. But before we do that, thank y'all for tuning in. I am your host, Jay. Welcome to Unfair Sports, where we take a pensive approach to the sports conversation. I appreciate y'all pulling up here on the YouTube channel. If you are new, hit that like, subscribe, and the bell notification. We're dropping a bunch of college football content, and we would love for you all to join the ride. Those likes seem small, but they are very helpful in growing the channel as well as with YouTube. Lets them know that we're doing what you're supposed to be doing with the content that we're dropping. Now, let's talk about what Coach Heupel and staff is doing, bringing in a player like Boo Carter. Boo clocks in at 5'10", 180 pounds, athlete out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. He is a consensus number 2 player in the state of Tennessee, as well as top 200 player in the country, ranking about 195 so far. And the good thing for the Vols is they fended off some pretty big players out there. Boo had an official visit with the Michigan Wolverines a week ago, and after he got to Tennessee, he decided to go with his gut, stick home, and stay and play for the Volunteers. So safety coach Willie Martinez, as well as the defensive coordinator Tim Banks, made sure they got to lock down Boo, and he shows a lot of promise for what the Volunteers are trying to do. We know Tennessee's a very fast-paced offense, so the defense can get exhausted very quickly, especially if they're scoring super fast. But having a player like Boo Carter, who can move, is going to do nothing but excel what they're doing on the defensive side. As you can see with the film with Boo Carter, he's a playmaker. And so from New York City, he decided to go ahead and make that commitment to the Volunteers. And he's going to be something that's going to be a force for what Tennessee is trying to do. They hosted Williams Oniri, the defensive lineman from Lee Summit High School in Kansas City area. And so bolstering up the defense is going to be key if the Volunteers want to continue their success long term in the SEC. Heupel was able to get things churning 1 year in, and so 2 years in. Heupel was able to get things churning 2 years in, and so now year 3, 4, and 5 is going to be key, especially once Oklahoma and Tennessee joins the conference. But the good thing with Boo, as an athlete, he plays both sides of the ball very well. You see, he has really good vision. He knows how to cut. And so playing in the secondary, he'll know how to spot those holes and be able to plug them up. And then as well as he can play at the high point of the ball, get turnovers, and force wide receivers to go places that they didn't want to go. That's something that's going to be key for what Tennessee's going to do if they're going to battle the likes of Georgia and Alabama moving forward. So the Volunteers are keeping the in-state streak alive. Caleb Beasley is already committed last year right after the Alabama game, and now they got Boo Carter. We're going to talk about their entire class in the future, but I want to hear from you all. Hop in the comments. Let me know what you think about Boo Carter giving that commitment to the Volunteers. Y'all like what Josh Heupel and staff are doing? You like the way that they're growing this class? Because now this puts Tennessee in the top 15 consensus in the country. If you are new to the channel, hit the like, subscribe, and the bell notification, and join us. We'll be talking a lot more college football over the weeks. We'll go over Tennessee's schedule coming soon, and I would love for you all to join this journey. YouTube says to watch one of these videos here, and I highly recommend it if you want to see how we present here at Unfair Sports, and you'll see what's coming down the line. We'll talk soon. Peace.